The church is in crisis. We're fighting a spiritual crisis. And the most dangerous part, the battle isn't coming from outside the church walls, it's happening inside them. When most people hear the word witchcraft, their minds immediately go to crystal balls, tarot cards, and black magic. And yes, those things are real and dangerous. But the Bible gives us a much broader understanding of what witchcraft actually is. In Galatians 5:19-21, Paul lists out what he calls the works of the flesh, that which comes out of our uncrucified nature. And right there in the middle of the list, sandwiched between idolatry and hatred, is witchcraft, pharmakia in the Greek. Think about that. Paul isn't writing to pagans, he's writing to believers. He's warning the church that witchcraft doesn't just come from outside, it can operate from within through the flesh of people who name the name of Christ. That's what Souls Under Siege, Escaping Religious Manipulation and Charismatic Witchcraft is about. We're going to talk about the subtle and sometimes not so subtle ways control, manipulation, and domination show up in our churches. We're going to look at the controlling leader who needs to have their hands in everything and can't let the Holy Spirit move freely. The rebellious member who sows discord to build their own kingdom. The power of our words, how an unbridled tongue can release death instead of life. The fear of man that keeps us in bondage and stops us from truly worshiping God. The religious performance that looks spiritual but is rooted in flesh. Now, I need to be clear about something before we go any further. This isn't a comfortable topic. It requires us to look honestly at ourselves and at our church environments. It demands that we examine our own hearts and motives with brutal honesty. But I perceive that many of you are tired of the games. You're hungry for truth. You want to walk in the freedom that Jesus promised. So here's what my book teaches you. How to identify when control is operating, even when it's dressed up in spiritual language. How to crucify your own flesh so you don't become a channel for manipulation. How to use your tongue to speak life instead of death. How to walk in your spiritual authority without apology. How to build healthy boundaries that protect your freedom. The goal isn't to make you suspicious of everyone around you. It's to make you wise, discerning, free. Because the truth is this. Jesus didn't die on the cross just to save you from hell. He died to set you free from every form of bondage, including the religious kind that happens inside the church. So let's pull back the veil. Let's expose what's been operating in darkness. Let's walk into the light together. Visit my teaching vault and download your copy today.